Today, I will look at something called three-tap phone payday. I'm going to break it down properly so you can decide for yourself whether it is a scam or you can actually make money with it. But before I get started, if you're done chasing hype and want something that actually works, check the link in the description. I've posted a video that walks through the business model I'd use if I had to start from scratch today. You'll also see a link pop up on screen to take you straight there. Now let's get back to our review. Three Tap Phone Payday is yet another online money making program being pitched by Slade Cooper. He claims that you already have an account and you have earned $194 just by watching the video. Now, that in itself is strange enough, but it is just the start. There's so much about this that screams red flag, but let me walk you through how Slade tells us this whole thing works. Before I indulge you in how this thing works, Slade Cooper is an interesting character. He tells us that he used to work as a senior traffic analyst at a big ad agency, lost his job, and then discovered some hidden secret buried deep inside the system. If you've been encountering these programs, you've probably heard variations of this before, and it's usually just a made up voice to push the program. I think that's what's going on here because if you look up Slade Cooper on the internet, you won't find anything of the sort outside this program, which is bizarre. Slade goes on to tell us that the way three tap phone payday makes the money it is supposed to pay you is by tapping into a loophole online. What loophole, you ask? Well, given Slade's alleged background in tech, he claims to have built a system that taps into money paid by big tech companies to compensate people. He says that big tech companies are legally required to pay people for human verification, which he doesn't elaborate. And every time you tap your phone in a certain pattern, you earn something like $8.09, which three tap phone payday grabs for you. His algorithm can do this 24 times a day, which conveniently adds up to around $194 per day. I know it sounds nuts, but stick with me. I've looked at how digital advertising actually works. And while there are systems in place to detect bots and verify traffic, they are not paying people like this. There is no legitimate framework where companies are just handing out money for random human verification actions done from a phone. The biggest red flag for me is the idea of effortless, guaranteed income. You're told you can make thousands per month for doing almost nothing. That's simply not how money works. No legitimate business model just hands out cash for no reason. If money is being paid, it's because something of value is being exchanged, and here, that part is missing. I notice Slade leans heavily on testimonials of people claiming they made money within minutes, showing screen recordings, talking about how easy it is. That's meant to make you start thinking, well, if it worked for them, maybe it can work for me. The problem is, these testimonials are not independently verified. They're all overwhelmingly positive. And in today's world, it's incredibly easy to fake screenshots, fake videos, and even fake identities. When it comes to the fee, I've seen this pattern many times before because when you pay the initial fee, you might get hit with upsells. And after all that, you don't actually get a working system that generates income. At best, you get access to some kind of dashboard or basic content that doesn't do what was promised. In many cases like this, your email ends up getting shared or sold, and suddenly you start receiving a flood of marketing emails promoting similar offers. I'm not saying every online opportunity is fake, but I am saying this one follows a very clear pattern. You need to ask yourself a simple question. If this system really worked the way they claim, why would they need to sell access to it? Why not just scale it themselves and make millions without involving anyone else? That's my review, and I want to thank you for watching. If you're serious about building a real online business, go ahead and click the video right here on the screen. It reveals the best online business to start, and it breaks down the exact system I recommend. If you want more breakdowns like these, subscribe to my channel for regular updates.